Students, as a tribute of growth and our collective commitment to nurturing a greener tomorrow, we now invite our esteemed chief guest, Senior Advocate Shri Devidas J. Pangam, Advocate General, State of Goa, to undertake the symbolic potting of the plant. May this simple yet profound gesture remind us that every great change begins with a seed planted with intention, tended with care, and allowed to flourish with purpose. Thank you, respected dignitaries. It is now time to ceremonially invite our esteemed dignitaries to the dais. May I respectfully request Advocate Preetham Maraish, First Vice President, Vidya Vikas Mandal, to kindly escort our distinguished guests. Shri Devidas J. Pangam, Senior Advocate and Advocate General, State of Goa, Chief Guest for this evening. Advocate Prasad Naik, Member, Governing Council and Chairman, Organizing Committee. Advocate Anne Furtado, President, G.R. Kare College of Law Alumni Association. Dr. Maria Goretti Simoes, Officiating Principal, G.R. Kare College of Law. Dr. Shruti Nadkarni, Assistant Professor and Faculty Coordinator, Juris Open 2025. May I request all present to extend a gracious round of applause as our dignitaries are organized. Thank you. A moment of every gathering that sets its spirit in motion is the welcome address, an articulation of purpose, warmth and collective aspiration. To extend this gracious welcome on behalf of Vidya Vikas Mandal, I now invite Advocate Preetam Maraish, First Vice President, Vidya Vikas Mandal, to deliver the welcome address.
Check test one. Good evening, everybody. Respected Chief Guest of today's function in absentia, Honorable Chief Minister for the State of Goa, Dr. Prabodh Sawant. We express our regret that he is personally unable to grace the occasion, but he has sent his well wishes and also his speech, which will be read out very soon. Respected Senior Advocate, Advocate General for the State of Goa, Advocate Pangam, my colleagues in the law profession, dignitaries on the days, off the days, my mentors in the Board of Management, Raghunath Babkare, Madam Sheila Gaunekar, Vikram Velekar, advocates, participating colleges, students, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to invite each and every one of you to the beautiful state of Goa for Juris Open 2025. The presence of one of the most busiest advocates in the state of Goa in this function and the commitment of the Honorable Chief Minister to remain present over here for this function shows the government's seriousness to connect with young minds. It also shows the government's commitment to a greener tomorrow, to the concept of sustainable development. It is my pleasure to briefly introduce to you the host college and the management. Vidya Vikas Mandal was formed in 1971. It is one of the prestigious Law Institute, a charitable society which has been in the state of Goa. We run several educational institutions. Today we are a nest to about 5,000 students and 400 teaching faculty. Let me now briefly tell you about our concept of Juris Open 2025. We thought that criticism is always there. The backbenchers always criticize the government and the system. The mindset has to change. There has to be a participatory role where people not only criticize but cooperate, bring together, share their vision with the government. We require more participation and less criticism to make Goa and probably the nation more greener. If we require greener laws, better environmental protection, then each and every citizen of this country will have to play a crucial role. Juris Open 2025 with a theme to protect environment is one initiative for this purpose. The students will are going to frame policies and these policies will be shared with the government. So your vision as young minds would be someday the vision of the government. If not now, as future lawmakers, the vision which you share today could also be the vision of the nation if someday you lead this country. Without much time, I extend once again a very warm welcome to all of you. Let this be a 3-day healthy competition. Some will lose, some will win. But what we want is environment to be the final winner. I conclude my welcome speech with a recital from Amitabh Bachchan. लहरों से घरकर नदी पार नहीं होती, लहरों से घरकर नदी पार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती। असफलता एक चुनौती है, असफलता एक चुनौती है, उसे स्वीकार करो। क्या कमी रह गई, देखो और सुधार करो। जब तक न सफल हो, नीच चैन को तुम त्याग दो। जब तक न सफल हो, नीच चैन को त्यागो तुम, संघर्ष का मैदान छोड़ के मत भागो तुम, संघर्ष का मैदान छोड़ के मत भागो तुम। कुछ किए बिना जय जयकार नहीं होती, कुछ किए बिना जय जयकार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती। Once again, thank you and welcome.
Thank you, sir, for that thoughtful address. Flowers have long symbolized respect, joy, and the warmth of human expression. In keeping with this cherished tradition, we now proceed with the floral welcome. May I invite Advocate Prudent, First Vice President Vidya Vikas Mandal, to offer a floral tribute to our esteemed Chief Guest, Senior Advocate Shri Devidas Pangam, Advocate General, State of Goa. Now, we shall present curated glimpses of the former Juris Open events, accompanied by the distinguished highlights of Govind Ramnath Kare College of Law. Now, with great pleasure, we turn our attention to a distinguished figure whose steadfast leadership and commitment have been instrumental in shaping Juris Open 2025. Advocate Prasad Naik, President of the South Goa Advocates Association, member of the Board of Management of BVM, member of the Governing Council of Govind Ramnath Kare College of Law, and the esteemed chairman of the Organizing Committee of Juris Open 2025, stands as a guiding force behind this fest. His vision, dedication, and meticulous stewardship have given this event its distinctive character and strength. I now warmly invite Advocate Prasad Naik to present the scheme of Juris Open 2025.
Good evening, everyone. Respected Chief Guest of today's function, Senior Advocate Devidas Pangam, other dignitaries on and off the days, participating students from law colleges, and ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to you all on our third edition of Juris Open. This is an intercollegiate law festival. As we grow economically, we have to also protect our environment. The legal system plays an important role in protecting the environment, and hence this year's theme is Law as a Catalyst for Environmental Justice. Over the next 3 days, we have 12 reputed law colleges from across India who will be participating and competing with each other in the following competitions. We have 5 competitions. One is the negotiation competition, bail application competition, legal quiz, ex-tempore competition, and our main highlight event is the policy quest. In policy quest, the participants will act as volunteers for environmental protection and draft public policies to tackle climate change. Participants will think about solutions to help our country grow while still protecting the nature. I am sure we will have new ideas for the competition. We also intend to make an entire list of the policies and the ideas which are given by young minds, and after due vetting of the Advocate General of State of Goa, Senior Advocate Devidas Pangam, we intend to give it to the state government so that it can be part and parcel of the policy which Government of Goa may in the future frame also. Now, to motivate the excellence of students, we have, besides first, second prizes for the various competitions, overall championships will be honored with rupees 35,000 plus trophy plus certificate of merit. Runners-up rupees 25,000 plus trophy plus certificate of merit. Special awards will also recognize the best negotiator and the best policy draft, who will receive 5,000 plus trophy plus certificate of merit. Dear participants, may these 3 days inspire you to live with purpose and contribute meaningfully to environmental justice. Finally, our aim is that our young future lawyers should be guardians of the legal profession as well as the guardians of the environment. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It is now my privilege to present, through the gracious words of Dr. Shruti Nadkarni, a distinguished introduction of our esteemed chief guest, Senior Advocate Shri Devidas Pangam, a distinguished legal luminary whose contributions to the field of law remain exemplary.
Respected Chief Guest for today's function, Senior Advocate Shri Devidas Pangam, Advocate General of State of Goa, other dignitaries on the days, off the days, members of faculty, members of media, other esteemed guests, and our founding members of Vikas Mandal, and parents and dear students. I am proud to introduce our esteemed chief guest for today's function, Senior Advocate Shri Devidas Pangam. Sir Devidas Pangam has been serving the state of Goa with great distinction as its Advocate General since June 2019. Hailing from serene village of Keri near Sakri, Shri Pangam comes from a family deeply rooted in Goa's freedom movement. A graduate from V.M. Sargaonkar College of Law, Miramar, He began his career under the mentorship of eminent lawyers Sri Ferdinand Rebello and Sri Mahesh Sona, both of whom later served as judges of Bombay High Court at Goa. Their guidance played a crucial role in shaping his early professional growth. Over the years, Sri Pangam has built an illustrious practice before Bombay High Court in Goa. As Advocate General, he appears for the Government of Goa in significant matters before Supreme Court of India and Bombay High Court. He continues to play pivotal role in crucial Madari River water dispute, a matter of immense importance to the state. Beyond his legal accomplishments, Sri Pangam is widely respected for the values he carries, that of humility, honesty, patience and compassion, and unwavering dedication to public service. His interests extend to history, Indian epics, and Goa's rich cultural heritage, including Konkani and Marathi folk traditions. Sri Pangam is known for guiding young advocates and lending his voice wherever justice and welfare of people are at stake. A man of principle and calm leadership, he brings dignity to public office. Please join me warmly and respectfully welcoming Senior Advocate Sri Devidas Pangam, Learned Advocate General of Goa.
Thank you, ma'am. We now have the distinct privilege of inviting the chief guest for this prestigious event, a distinguished legal luminary whose expertise and dedication have greatly contributed to the administration of justice in our state. Shri Devidas J. Pangam, Senior Advocate and Advocate General, Government of Goa. May I request Shri Pangam to kindly grace the podium and address this august gathering.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a rare privilege for me to come back here within a short span of almost 10 days. And I'm grateful to the institution, the office bearers of the institution, the organizing committee, the faculty members and the students of this college for giving me this privilege of coming here. My dear friend Pritam Moraes, again a dear friend Prasad, principal of the college, Madam Maria Simoy, alumni President and Furtado, the Vice Principal Dr. Shruti Nadkarni, the GS of the college Drisham Gaonkar, esteemed presence which we should recognize today of a very known and an elderly person, Sri Ramnath Kare. Sir, we are glad to have you here and I am glad that I am standing in front of you. Madam Sheila Gaunekar, Shri Vikram Vedlekar, the students of the college, and more importantly, participants of this event and the media. Warm good evening to all of you. Dear friends, there are participants who have come from the other states. We warmly welcome you. And as you are aware, Goa is a place where everybody likes to visit. And Goa is famous for its beauty and infamous for certain other things. But I must tell you, Goa is not what you see. Goa you have to feel through your heart and not through your eyes. If you go into the interiors of Goa and if you go into the hearts of Goa, we are as Indian as anybody else. Friends, Goa may appear to be a tiny place on the map, but in truth, it is a place of extraordinary natural abundance. The green slopes of the Western Ghats, the life-giving waters of Madhe and Zuari, our sparkling coastline, red laterite cliffs, paddy fields, coconut groves, and rich marine life. All these gifts make Goa a living example what balanced coexistence with nature looks like. But this beauty is delicate. It cannot defend itself unless we defend it. If we fail to act today, our children may only know this Goa through photographs and stories. This is where law steps in, not as an obstacle to development, but as a catalyst, a guide, and a protector of justice. Environmental justice means ensuring that every person, regardless of wealth or power, has the right to clean air, safe water, fertile soil, and healthy ecosystem. It means that no community is made to suffer pollution, no river is burdened with waste, and no forest is destroyed without accountability. Our constitution itself acts as the first engine of environmental justice. Article 21, interpreted by the Supreme Court, guarantees the right to life in a clean and healthy environment. Article 48A places a duty on the state to protect and improve the environment. Article 51A G reminds every citizen that caring for nature is a fundamental duty. These are not symbolic, they are enforceable commitments that turns ethics into action. In Goa, we have always lived close to nature. Our traditions reflect this respect. Fishing sustainability, farming with rhythm of the monsoon, worshipping the Tulsi plant, and celebrating festivals that honor snakes, rivers and forests. Long before laws were written, our cultural practices embodied environmental justice. What modern law does is, it gives these old age principles a structure, a voice and a power to hold violators accountable. Our national legal framework strengthens this further. The Environment Protection Act empowers the government to take swift measures to prevent environmental harm. The Water and Air Act regulates pollution and ensures that industries operate responsibly. The Wildlife Protection Act, Forest Conservation Act, and Coastal Regulation Zone rules safeguard ecosystems that cannot protect themselves. These laws are not barriers, they are safety rails. They guide development so that the progress and protection can go hand in hand. Law becomes the catalyst when it ensures that industries are monitored, impact assessments are done seriously, and safeguards are built before harm occurs. Prevention, not punishment, is the hallmark of just environmental regulation. Goa's situation is unique. Here, tourism, livelihoods, culture and ecology intersect every single day. Our beaches must welcome visitors without pushing out turtles and crabs. Our rivers must carry life, not sewage. Our hills may support mining, but not at the cost of their forests, springs and communities. Environmental justice means making sure that no one, not a villager, not a fisherman, not a tribal community, pays the price of someone else's profit. Law ensures that the burden of environmental degradation are not unfairly placed on weakest and that benefits of natural resources are shared equitably. The government plays a crucial role in shaping policies, enforcing regulations and promoting sustainable development. But citizens too have a powerful part in this story. Environmental justice begins at home as the way we use water, manage waste, treat public spaces and demand accountability from those who pollute. As I often tell young lawyers and students, if you protect the environment protects you back. Floods, heat waves, contaminated water and eroding coasts are not random events. They are nature speaking to us, reminding us what justice for environment is justice for ourselves. Law is not merely a rule book. It is the bridge between the human ambition and environmental responsibility. It is the catalyst that turns awareness into action and actions into justice. Let us follow the law not out of fear, but out of love for our land. Let us grow, but not at the cost of our roots. Let us build a future that is clean, green and lawful. Thank you. This is my speech which I have read out, but I am going to say something which is coming from my heart. Environment in Goa has become so crucial now. It has reached a point where it will decide our future, our existence and our further generations to come and their life. we are at a crossroad of the history. This is the time we have to act, and if we fail to act at this time, we are going to fail forever. We are going to fail our ancestors who have protected our environment. You must have seen what is happening in the society. We as a Goan have lost the interest in our own lands. We are looking at lands as a source of wealth. We look at the earth and the soil as a profit-making article. We are least bothered about our own ancestral lands. What we are doing today is we only value them in terms of the cost. We think as to what is going to happen after 1 year as far as the cost of that land is concerned. We have no emotions for our land. We are only thinking that what is the price I am going to fetch in 1 year's time, or 2 years' time, or 3 years' time, or as of now how much I can get from this land. I think that this is where we have to correct ourselves. Our land is not a commodity to be sold. Our land is a commodity which has kept this culture, which has kept this state alive for all these whiles. The major problem which I see everywhere is that the Goans have started disbelieving that they have any future in the lands which they own. They see it as a commodity which can be sold, and out of that we will get some huge amount, and that amount with that amount I will lead a most luxurious life. Now that is where we are going wrong. Another trend that I have seen is that we are very reluctant to sell our property to our own Goans. The tendency is to sell it to an outsider so that I can do two things. I can fetch maximum amounts for my land. Secondly, I don't owe any responsibility thereafter. Thirdly, possibly we feel that our own Goan brothers are not the ones who should be trusted. This is where we are going wrong. All the problems in the state of Goa are basically revolving around this problem. This is the time where we become aware and we realize that the root cause of our problem is the selling of the land and the rampant selling of the land. And this is where we have to control ourselves at this time. No amount of laws or no number of laws which we make will be of any use until and unless we go on ourselves realize that our lands have to be protected. If we protect our lands, we do not dispose of our lands. That, in my view, is the crux of the matter. If you do that, our all problems will be solved. The problems have started with Goan environment, with Goan lives, is because we are disposing of our lands. We have made certain laws. From our side, from the government side, from my side, we made attempts to make certain laws to prevent transfer of lands. For example, the law which we brought about of selling of agricultural land. We have prohibited selling of agricultural land to a non-agriculturist. We have further prohibited that an agricultural land, especially the paddy field, cannot be converted. There is a complete embargo that is put by way of an amendment to the Land Revenue Code that no conversion shall be granted to the paddy fields. This is what limited things which we could do, but we can do much greater things. We can take more wider steps, provided we get the support of the people. What I have realized is that we take steps, the government takes steps, measures are taken, laws are made, but there is a tendency amongst the people that they don't want to follow the law. The people who are the owners of those lands which are sought to be protected, they oppose these laws and they come out with some loopholes and they avoid this law. If you want to protect the environment, if you want to protect Goa, you should come forward. It is we who should come forward. Ultimately it is said that the government is something which is the will of the people. Government will do something that is within the will of the people. If the people are willing to have a particular type of system, if the people are willing to do a particular act, or people are willing to not to act in a particular manner, government will certainly act in accordance with that. No government can afford to act contrary to the will of the people. government reflects the will of the people. And that is always the old saying that people get government which they deserve. I say it conversely, the government does what the people will to do. So if we have a will today to protect our land, to save our Goa, it is for us to say that I am going to start from myself. I am not going to allow, at least as far as my land is concerned, that the environmental degradation of my land, my valleys, my water bodies will not be permitted at any cost. It is within your domain that you protect this. How can a person damage a property or an environment which belongs to you unless you allow somebody else to do it? And if you want, and if you are willing to protect your environment, you can do it certainly. It is not as if that somebody else comes and destroys your property or your environment. It is you who willingly allow somebody to destroy your property. So my request to everybody and citizens from Goa that it is within your domain to protect our state, to protect our lands, to protect our environment, because the lands belong to you. You are the ones who can protect it. You are the ones who can say that I am not allowing this property to be destroyed like this. And then if you are saying that I am not going to allow this property to be destroyed, I think even the government cannot do it. Because ultimately you are the owners of the property. So the root cause, in my view, is our indifference to our environment. We are thinking in terms of today's adjustment or today's advantage. We are not thinking in terms of future, and that is where something is going wrong. So my earnest request to the young community that protect our lands. If you protect our land, environment is going to be protected. We have a bright future if you protect our land. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
I extend my sincere gratitude to Sir Pangam for his gracious, inspiring and enlightening address. We now move to a significant moment in today's ceremony, the address by our scheduled chief guest, Dr. Pramod Sawant, Honorable Chief Minister for the State of Goa, has sent his speech. In his absentia, the speech will be read by Assistant Professor Larissa Gomes.
Test. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dignitaries on the days of the days. Our Chief Minister, who was, as we've been informed, to be the chief guest for today, couldn't make it and he expresses his deep regrets. However, he has graciously conveyed his warm regards and best wishes for the success of this program. He has also shared a very special message for all of us, which I have the honor of reading. Senior Advocate Shri Devidas J. Pangam, Advocate General of Goa, Advocate Preetam Maraish, First Vice President Vidya Vikas Mandal, Advocate Prasad Naik, Chairman of the Organizing Committee and President of the South Goa Advocates Association, Dr. Maria Gorky Simois, Officiating Principal, Govind Ramnath Kari College of Law, Advocate Anne Furtado, President of the Alumni Association, GRK, Dr. Shruti Nadkarni, Faculty Coordinator of Juris Open 2025, all esteemed faculty members, alumni, distinguished academicians, participants from across India, dear students and friends. It is a pleasure and privilege to be a part of this evening in absentia. I am also very pleased to note that this program brings together some of the finest young legal minds in the country to discuss one of the most urgent issues of our time, environmental justice and sustainability. On this occasion, I would like to acknowledge that more than 40 years, Vidya Vikas Mandal has served Goa with sincerity and dedication, becoming a pillar of educational excellence within the state. Established in 1979, the Govind Ramnath Kari College of Law has been South Goa's only law college and has consistently nurtured bright legal minds who contribute meaningfully to the legal fraternity, civil society, and governance. It is great to note that the college has hosted national level moot courts, law competitions, and international seminars, strengthening Goa's position as an emerging center for legal education. I am certain that today's event, the All India Juris Open 2025, shall reaffirm the college's commitment to fostering eco-awareness and empowering young lawyers to champion a greener, more sustainable future. This year's theme, Law as a Catalyst for Environmental Justice, beautifully captures the role that each of you, the future policymakers, advocates, judges, and academicians will play in shaping the environmental governance landscape of India. Delegations from 12 law colleges across India have confirmed participation in this 3-day event, where teams will debate, deliberate, draft policies, and prevent innovative frameworks for environmental protection. Your discussion will not remain confined to these walls. They have the potential to inspire fresh thinking for the state governments, including ours, and contribute to India's evolving environmental law architecture. Goa is a living classroom for environmental study. Our coastline, Western Ghats, river systems, biodiversity, and unique ecological heritage constantly remind us of the need to balance development and sustainability. But Goa also demonstrates how economic progress and environmental responsibility can go hand in hand when policies are well designed and community participation is strong. As the Chief Minister, I am proud to say that the Government of Goa has adopted a firm commitment towards sustainable development. Every major project in Goa today undergoes stringent environmental scrutiny, and we continue to promote green technology, waste management innovations, and sustainable tourism practices. Every time I interact with young students, I am inspired by clarity, passion, and urgency for change. That is why Goa has aligned itself strongly with the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, to empower Yuva Shakti as one of the strongest pillars of Viksit Bharat. Our commitment is reflected in multiple initiatives that directly support and empower Goa's youth. Skill development and industry integration. Goa is among the leading states to fully embrace the Skill India mission. We have undertaken the mission to skill, reskill, and upskill our youth through hands-on training, internships, and apprenticeships. 5 government ITIs, Bacholi, Kakora, Farmagadi, Mapsa, and Vasco have been upgraded into centers of excellence with advanced training facilities. Every single government ITI in Goa has achieved ISO certifications, an achievement we are extremely proud of. We have collaborated with Tata Technologies Limited to modernize training facilities and provide industry-relevant skills. Through the Chief Minister Kaushalya Path scheme, we are certifying prior learning and offering specialized short-term courses that meet industry demand. Goa is quickly transforming into a major hub for higher education excellence with the establishment of IIT Goa, NIT Goa, excuse me, IIT Goa, NIT Goa, National Forensic Sciences University, National Institute of Water Sports, Indian International University of Legal Education and Research. These institutions are enabling Goan students to access world-class education without leaving the state of Goa. The government of Goa strongly believes that a well-skilled youth is the strongest force for sustainable development. Environmental justice does not depend only on laws. It depends on people who understand those laws and implement them with wisdom, compassion, and scientific level. Events like Juris Open build this foundation. They encourage youth to think critically, challenge outdated policies and practices, innovate responsibly, and create legal frameworks that protect future generations. Friends, let me share a thought. When I meet young people from across the country, one question I often ask is, what kind of India do you want to build? The answer vary. Some talk about technology, some about the economy, some about social justice. But increasingly, I hear one powerful sentiment from today's generation. We want an India that grows, but grows sustainably. This is why events like Eco Thinkers Fest matter. You're shaping the answers to the questions India will face in the next 25 years, the era of Viksit Bharat 2047. Your ideas today will help governments like ours design better laws, adopt stronger climate strategies, and ensure that development never harms future generations. To all the participating students in colleges, let me say this. Your voice matters, your ideas matter. You are the torch bearers of a greener, fairer, and more just India. I heartily congratulate Vidya Vikas Mandal, GR Kai College of Law, headed by its dynamic principal, Dr. Maria Gaudi Samois, the Alumni Association of the college, the organizing committee headed by Advocate Prasad Naik, and the dynamic faculty including Dr. Shruti Nadkarni, for organizing such a meaningful and impactful event. Your efforts strengthen Goa's reputation as a thoughtful, progressive, and environmentally conscious state. As we inaugurate Juris Open 2025, I am confident that over the next 3 days, this campus will witness ideas that can influence policy, inspire reforms, and encourage stronger environmental governance. Let this festival ignite new conversations, strengthen your commitment to justice, and motivate each one of you to work for a sustainable future. I wish Juris Open 2025 great success. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Goa. Thank you.
I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our scheduled chief guest, Dr. Pramod Sawant, Honorable Chief Minister, State of Goa, in his absence here for graciously sending across the insightful address, and for Larissa for presenting across the same to us. As a token of our deepest appreciation and heartfelt gratitude for their gracious presence and invaluable contribution, we now proceed with the presentation of mementos. May I invite Advocate Prudent, First Vice President, Vidya Vikas Mandal, to kindly present a memento to our chief guest. Thank you, sir. We now come to the concluding yet profoundly meaningful moment of this ceremony. It's my privilege to introduce a leader whose grace, insight, and steadfast commitment have shaped the ethos of our institution. Our officiating principal, Dr. Maria Goretti Simosh. Her discerning guidance and dedication continue to inspire both faculty and students, lending strength and purpose to every academic endeavor we undertake. With great respect and admiration, I warmly invite Dr. Maria Goretti Simosh to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Sonia, and a very good evening to one and all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Pramod Sawant in absentia, Honorable Senior Advocate, Mr. Devidas Pangam, AG, State of Goa, other respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, invitees, donors, executive members of PTA, participants, students, and my dear friends. On behalf of the President of Vidya Vikas Mandal in absentia, the First Vice President of VVM, President of GRKCL Alumni Association, Chairman of Organizing Committee, it is my proud privilege to bring the curtains down on the inaugural of Juris Open 2025. But mind you, this is not the end, but just a beginning of a 3-day-long national level intercollegiate event of the institution. With this, I would now like to place my gratitude to our beloved students, led by the dynamic General Secretary, along with his brilliant team, our backbone, without whom I would personally not be standing here today to propose the vote of thanks. So on behalf of my faculty and the entire college, I would like to place on record our gratitude to our students. And as I had said at the unveiling on the 29th of November, that students, y'all are our backbone. And it is you who have proved to us today that together we can move mountains. You all have did it, and we have today have this inaugural function only because of you. So thank you. I place on record my sincere gratitude to learned senior advocate Devidas Pangam, Advocate General of the state of Goa, who has now undoubtedly become an integral part of our institution. Sir, right from your presence at the flagging off till today, you have saved our life to be the chief guest. Thank you and grateful to you for your kind gesture always. To our dynamic founder members of VVM, CA Madam Sheila Bhavnikar and President Emeritus, Mr. Ramnath Govind Kare sir. Thank you for always being an integral part of our institution. Never has there been a day when we have approached you and you have turned your back towards us. Today's presence has not only added value to this event, but it has also brought life to our institution. Thank you very much for making your presence here today. To our another member of the board of management, Shri Vikram Melekar, thank you for leading your pitch and your field out and to make your presence with here today. I know you have taken your time off your busy schedule and have been here. It's more than 2 hours, but you are seated here, promising me that you will be leaving soon thereafter. Thank you very much for your presence here today. To all our participants, welcome to Goa and welcome to Govind Ramnath Kare College of Law. Well, we have accorded you a warm red carpet welcome, and I'm sure that you will proceed back home with fond memories of the institution and the event. Make the best out of it. Welcome to our institution. To all our donors, the names will be taken in detail by the faculty coordinator for the validity. Thank you. You have met the levels that we had set for ourselves, and we are proud to say that we have managed to raise a fund which is even more than what we had expected initially. Therefore, proving the chairman wrong, that we will not go ahead with Juris Open. I reiterate. Thank you all for that. To my faculty, the administrative staff, the multitasking staff, to the housekeeping staff, to all of them, I bow down and I owe to all of them, because these are the people who have worked tirelessly along with us. And not to forget the pillars of this institution, I will at this juncture take the names: Ms. Ruby Lewis, Ms. Ashmita Naik, Mr. Omkar Gaonkar, Mr. Akshay Chari, Mr. Selvin De Costa, led by the faculty coordinator Dr. Shruti Nadkarni. If it was not y'all, the major burden that was imposed on my shoulders would not have been undone. Thank you very, very much for the entire organization, looking minutely at every detail. Even the last minute, I remember in the afternoon at almost around 2 o'clock, we got the pots changed. Because it was the relentless working by this team, and it was never say no attitude. It always success, but your efforts will always be appreciated by the institution. Thank you. Due to inadvertence, if I have failed to acknowledge anyone here, the faculty coordinator is there to blame. Soon after the validity